You know what really shows a strong man? Well, I'm going to tell you now, what shows a true strong man. Now, this video is going to turn a lot of heads, and I don't think I'm going to make myself very popular in the male community for saying what I'm about to say, because I think a lot of you are going to feel attacked. But if you put your ego to the side and listen to what I'm about to say very carefully to the end, you'll see that the point I make is completely unarguable. I'm going to explain to you now how the push of adult content and sexualization of women has created a generation of such weak men that are being pumped into society for the total destruction of humanity. Now, a strong man isn't one with big muscles. It's not one with a fighting career, it's not one with some sort of belt, it's not one who's got billions in the bank, and it's not one who goes to work all day, every day and keeps coming home. A strong man is a man who doesn't look every damn woman up and down when she walks past. That's a strong man. Now actually, that's not a strong man. Let me rephrase that. It doesn't make you a strong man if you don't do this. That's the bare minimum. It makes you weak if you do this. But if you look at the majority of men in the world, they all do this. Every damn group of males, they go past anything female that walks and they make some sort of stupid sexual comment. No matter the age of the males who are doing it. You've got 10-year-olds who are doing it, you've got 45-year-olds who are doing it. Grown men with wives and kids. 95% of men today are behaving like 12-year-olds who've seen a pair of boobs for the first time in their lives. Now, I want to very carefully construct and calculate this talk so you guys understand perfectly how you're literally being programmed into being like this to make you useless, to maintain constant societal unrest and to hold up this never-ending men versus women bollocks. First of all, I think it's important I start off this talk where we draw the line between finding someone attractive, right, the way it's supposed to be, and going overboard. Now, if you're a woman, you're walking down the street, okay, if you're a guy, and you see a woman, you think she's particularly good looking, you'll have a look at her, you'll maybe make a move to her, go talk to her, you'll approach her, whatever it is, okay? And same vice versa. So maybe you're a woman, you see a guy walking down the street, you think he's particularly good looking, you'll do something to try to get his attention or whatever, okay? This is normal, this is human nature. I mean, how else would we end up having relationships and having children, creating families, etc. if there wasn't that initial physical attraction, right? Okay. However, Western society has breeded a new generation of males who are such horny fuckers who look at every damn woman that walks past up and down. So, okay, let's start. So, if we actually look at that statement that I said a few moments ago, 95% of men are behaving like 12-year-olds who've seen a pair of boobs for the first time. It's funny saying that because if you actually look at the statement I've said, a 12-year-old seeing a pair of boobs for the first time, a 12-year-old of today has instant access to as many pairs of boobs as he pleases at the click of a button. As many naked women, as much, let's say, general sexual content as he pleases. What do you think that's not there for a reason? What do you think porn just accidentally wiggled its way onto every potential device on earth and every child at any age has instant unlimited access to it? If you show an impressionable young teenager, a 12-year-old, that he can gain instant access to as much adult content as he pleases, he has begun the path of never being able to see a woman for anything except a potential sexual partner. And by extension, never understanding any real values of attraction, relationship values, loyalty, and essentially any family values. A 12-year-old does not have a logical brain. A 12-year-old is not able to control the changes his brain is going through as a result of the things going on in his environment and things he surrounds himself with. He will be impressioned, changed, warped, brainwashed, and indoctrinated, whether he likes it or not, by whatever he is surrounded by. So if you make it that wherever he turns his damn head, there's either a pop star half naked on stage being celebrated, or an Instagram model's post completely naked and uncensored, or some rapper practically having clothed sex in some music video, or some psychopath like They Smith or Lil Nas X being put on some sort of societal pedestal and acting as some beacon of individuality because of how fucked up they are for promoting and worshipping the sexualization of the devil, a child surrounded by this has no escape. None. The same way schools destroy your dreams when you're young and you want to be this, that and the other, and you want to have this car and you want that house and you want to go on this holiday and you want to do this, that and the other. You have all these dreams. By the time you're 16, 17, 18, it's all impossible in your head. Why? Because the only thing you've been surrounded by your whole life is idiots like parents, teachers and whoever else, the government system which is there to design workers, telling you that it is impossible. This is the same way they've created a generation of men who know nothing about being a real man. They know nothing about careers, nothing about work rate, they know nothing about earning money, they know nothing about family responsibility, nothing about physical presence, they know nothing about stoicism, they know nothing about brotherhood and network, they know nothing about bravery, they know nothing about being a real man. Most of you are massive, massive pussies. I can name you like 2 or 3 people I know in my life who are real men, real, strong, masculine men. Because all you do in your life is look what designer brand you're going to pretend you can afford in front of your dumbass mates who do nothing but smoke and vape in alleyways anyway. And you're so lost and aimless because the world is telling you that if you continue to listen to your enslaved parents, you're going to do nothing with your life and you're going to be in debt by the time you're age 21. And it's just all too much because naturally as a human being, you're not supposed to have to deal with this much fucked up shit on your shoulders, that the only thing left for you to do is to go smoke weed, get pissed at the weekend, go snort coke in the club toilet and think about what woman you're going to imagine having sex with next as some sort of temporary escape because reality is too scary and aimless and your life is so damn pointless. How pathetic is the life you're living? Do you know how soulless you have to be to go enter your card details into OnlyFans? Do you understand? Alright, okay. Let me not sidetrack, let's stay on the point. Right, so at this point, if you've got half a brain, as I'm listing you these things, you'll see how much the youth is actually intentionally exposed to and how this is being pushed on generations of impressionable young men to indoctrinate their minds to think a certain way. Objectify women, sexualize pretty much anything they do or say, and above all, indirectly show that it is okay to think or act this way. Because it's not. Now listen to the end of this very carefully. You as a man need to understand that this is all there on purpose. It's there to keep you away from what you should be doing, which is learning how to fight, going to the gym, getting your money up, becoming self-reliant, becoming independent, growing a brotherhood, a proper brotherhood, a brotherhood with people like me who would call you a bitch for commenting on some woman who wouldn't step into your flipping dusty Vauxhall Corsa because she could smell your BO from 10 meters away, let alone dare to even take a seat inside your car. And you know what would happen then if you started focusing on the correct things? Guess what would happen then? You'd get off your ass, you'd start a business, you'd work, you'd have goals, you'd have ambitions, you'd get rich, you'd end up surrounded by like-minded people, and eventually, if you're lucky, you'd have an equally high value woman. But instead you're sat there beating your meat into a sock that your mum washes for you and sending pictures of women who would never take a second look at you into your boys group chat, which consists of other low value men doing nothing except boosting each other's ego, trying to look hard to gain popularity and pretend like you're doing something with your lives. Men, stop watching porn. Keep your eyes down. Stop looking at anything female that walks and having sexual thoughts towards it. You're broke. You look like shit. You smell like shit. Your life is shit. Just because Capital Radio will play it to you on the radio on the way to work. Just because it's on the front page of every paper and magazine and news article that you can find. Just because you can have instant access to it on the internet. Get your shit together. Get your head down. Go to the fucking gym. Get rid of your shit friends. Stop commenting on girls you don't even care about in front of your mates because you think you look hard. Move your eyes away from every single woman who wouldn't take a second look at you in your entire life and sort your shit out.